Hi, welcome to week 1 and day 5 of the Triple 100 project. If you are new here, my aim is to put out 100 shorts on YouTube within 100 days with the aim of getting 100,000 subscribers. And the purpose of this video is to break down the first week. I'll be doing these weekly overview videos as I go along this journey. Progress reports, in short. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so this week my goal was to put out 3 shorts, and as you probably can see from this slide, I only put out 1 short. I did have 3 ideas prepped, I did have 3 scripts written, and I did 1.5 videos were shot in production, but only 1 was actually edited and posted, but we will do better next week. Okay, moving on, timeline. So here we are at the very start and beginning of this journey. You can see 1st of July to the 1st of August, my goal is to get 25 shorts and then 60 by the 1st of September. And then at the end of the 100-day timeline, 9th of October, 100 shorts. So it is ambitious. I've only 1 in the bag, so I have a big journey to take. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting, and I'm going to share my battle scars along the way on these weekly video updates, and hopefully they will be of use. And don't make the same mistakes I did. Anyway, let's have a look at the content I actually posted. So I was pretty happy with the view counts, especially on YouTube. It got 118 on Instagram, and then on TikTok, only 18 views. There's definitely quicker ways of getting more views in a faster way, but that's not the goal of this channel. It's to put out content that has a legacy, something that you're proud of, something that resonates with an audience in a deeper way. So yeah, pretty good with the views, pretty happy with the views, and I'm happy with the content itself. So moving on, what works, what doesn't work. So beginning with what works, 3 things: ideation, the hook in the writing, and then the audio itself. So the ideation took a while, but I had 3 ideas in the bag that I was proud of. And I think part of the time that goes into this types of content is picking the right horses. Trying to find content that works in a viral way on YouTube takes a little bit more time, essentially. And some of the ways around this are to build a checklist and ask yourself a series of questions. And a lot of creators, nearly all the creators that I come across, they have a series of questions they ask themselves before committing to a piece of content. Usually about 10 questions or so. Stuff like, am I happy making this? Can I make this? Is it feasible for me to make this? Do I have the resources? Can I make this piece of content within this given time? Is it something my audience will like or not? Is it something that will work on YouTube or not? Is it viral in structure? Does it have story mechanics inside it? So there's a bunch of questions you can ask depending on the specific content that you make. The hook in the writing I was pretty happy with as well. If you look at the video now, basically my hook is pretty simple. It basically says, today I'm going to attempt the 1-arm push-up. Simple as that. Previously, what I had was something along the lines of, today I'm going to see how many times it takes me to do a 1-arm push-up in 1 session. Something, way too long like that. And I felt I had to say in 1 session because I was doing it in an amount of hours and within 1 day. And I thought that was relevant, but it's not relevant. And then third point, more technical in nature, audio. Invest in good audio equipment if you're making content. I can't emphasize this more. I can't emphasize this enough. It's absolutely everything when it comes to content, filmmaking, anything. Because you have to think of your audience. Basically, your audience is probably going to be on a bus somewhere or waiting somewhere bored with AirPods on or earphones. And if the audio is annoying, you're kind of fucking up their day and they're going to swipe away. So that's the first thing you really need to get right, because if you invest in good audio equipment, it's more important than even camera, because you can record on an iPhone or a smartphone and it's going to be decent looking. But if you record on bad audio equipment, it's going to tell. So I was happy with the sound levels and the sound overall. My desktop mic I used, which is great. Probably could use a lav mic going forward as well for other action parts, but I didn't get around to it. So moving on, what doesn't work? So I've already touched upon this on my previous points, the structures and processes. I had a lot of bottlenecks across them, not just in ideation and pre-production, also in production. I was making a lot of takes to get things right. And then also editing. Editing just sucked me in, which it does to people. One of my goals for next week for sure is to reduce the editing time and have most of the editing done in the pre-production stage, so to speak. This is the biggest block, and I'm bleeding so much time. This is why it was 3 days rather than 1 day for the whole thing. And then there's music, and in this extension of the previous point, music can make or break a piece of content. So it's super important, but it does take a lot of time to find the right track for the right story. And with that point, it's really a case by case, because sometimes you just use one track. I use one track in this content that I just posted, but sometimes a certain story or video needs like 4 pieces of music, 4 tracks. And it just depends. You just have to be quick at identifying what serves the story and what will be better for the story. Going forward, I can streamline that and just have a quicker selection of music and have a better, just figure out an even better way of doing that, because it takes so much time. Anyway, that's for all the editors out there. You guys know. You know very well. Okay, last point, performance needs a lot of improvement in terms of like rhythm and timing. And I took a bunch of takes and retakes, so it took a while to sort of figure out what's a good delivery and what isn't. I don't have a lot of experience in performance, and honestly, hats off and respect to any actors or performers out there. It is a craft. Moving forward and looking ahead, next week, my content goal is to put out 4 videos. I would like to aim to get the shorts all out before the end of the week, before the end of Friday. So there's at least 2 days, 48 hours or so before I post the next weekly video next Sunday, just so there's more data back, because I didn't even have that much data from the videos I posted yesterday on the 3 platforms. So I think that would be really useful. And then the focus, yeah, you've probably smelt it already, but like improve the process and structures so they don't take too much time, and just improve the turnaround times. So a pretty obvious one, but that is the big bottleneck this week. And then avoid, on a more personal level, not even personal, but it's related to work, but like just avoid late nights. I did that in the past with edits and stuff like that. And you can just start creeping into the later and later each night, and it's not great. So yeah, I could saw that already happening. Like last night, Saturday night was like late, and then Friday night was like not as late, and Thursday wasn't as late, but it was like a hockey stick of fucking a night owl hockey stick was emerging before I knew it. So want to just correct that and just get up earlier and go to bed earlier. It's just easier to just do this and live and follow your other commitments in your life, if you have them or not. Okay, that's it. Yeah, stay tuned for the next weekly update on this channel. In the meantime, if you want to check out the progress of the shorts, I will link to the other YouTube channel in this description and the other platforms. And yeah, if you watched, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, and see you soon. Bye.